Okay, I think I was on mute there. So let's try this again. I don't know why this is not going off here. Okay, I think I'm good. Maybe. I'm just going to move this around here. Okay. Oh my gosh, why am I having technical difficulties? Okay, here we go. So, I am a master certified life coach and I am trained as a positivity practitioner. I also built my career in medicine and I was a registered nurse for 11 years and I've now been a nurse practitioner for 18 years. And I have specialized in family practice, orthopedics, pediatrics, and medical aesthetics. It's crazy to think that I've been in the medical field now for 29 years. Time flies when you're having fun. I also built a career in network marketing, and I have led a downline of almost 5,000 women for the past 7 years. It has been one of the most fulfilling leadership experiences that has taught me all about how to get what you want in the most unexpected places. I have always been really interested in the body and how the body works. And one of the biggest fascinations of the body to me is how the brain works when it comes to thinking and how thinking really can affect our life. In my life, I've accomplished many things, but the majority of those things I have had to work through negative feelings, limiting beliefs, and fear in order to reach those goals. That's actually what attracted me to coaching because it was an entirely new level of brain work and learning to think differently. And that really did help me and my clients achieve things that we never thought were possible. So if you're new to me today, I'm going to show you how to think in a different way so that you can achieve things you never thought possible too. All right, so I see we've got quite a few attendees on here. Let's get this party started. Also, happy summer solstice. I am so excited. It's the first day of summer and I am ready for it. So, okay, I am going to talk about one of the things that I am so passionate about, and that is our thinking habits. Did you know that we have anywhere from 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day? And according to the National Science Foundation, 80% of our thoughts are negative. And because our brain thinks in a very repetitive way, 95% of our thoughts will carry into the next day. That is insane. So 95% of those negative thoughts are going to carry over to the next day. That's mind blowing to me. So that is a lot of negative, repetitive thoughts. We all have thoughts and feelings about ourselves and the most important aspects of our life, our relationships, work, school. Those thoughts swirl in our brains all day long. Can you see if most of your thoughts are negative, it may lead to a negative life or make it harder to step outside of your comfort zone for more opportunities? Norman Vincent Peale, author of the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, it's an amazing book if you haven't read it. He says, change your thoughts and you can change your world. But can we really alter our future by changing the way we think? Do you believe that? Comment in the chat if you do. The answer to that is yes. We 100% can change our future by the way that we think. A study from Yale University showed that negative beliefs about aging may be linked to brain changes related to Alzheimer's disease. Specifically, people who had more negative thoughts about aging had a significantly greater number of amyloid plaques and neurofibrillary tangles. And those are two conditions associated with Alzheimer's. On the flip side, another study from Yale demonstrated that positive attitudes about aging could extend one's life by 7.5 years. That's a greater lifespan gain than low cholesterol, low blood pressure, maintaining a healthy weight, or even from not smoking. That is crazy to think that your positive attitude can do more than those things. So if you're thinking repetitive thoughts such as old age comes with pain and suffering, then the more you think them, the more ingrained they will become in your mind. And your unconscious mind will continue playing these thoughts over and over until they become true. And pretty soon you are waking up old and miserable. Studies have shown that you can rewire your brain by actively thinking positive thoughts and by focusing your attention to positive actions. Do you believe that? Constantly engaging in negative self-talk causes many issues in your life. This is one of the biggest factors I work with my clients on. We live in a world that wants to bring us down and hold us back, in a world that is all about perfection. And we know that's not a reality, but that can cause so many negative thoughts and can stop us from living the life we want. It results in unnecessary stress and anxiety that dampens your performance at work and in your personal life. It can totally affect your relationships. You may find yourself saying things like, I can't do this, or I don't have the ability to do that perfectly, or I don't have time. After a while, these thoughts become your reality, even when you, my friend, are capable of doing so many great things. These thoughts can cause depression or low self-esteem, which creates a downward spiral. It prevents you from achieving your full potential and limits your chances of being successful. Relationship issues also come to the forefront because if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, then you cannot have proper interactions with other people. This creates communication challenges, and you might consider yourself a failure in many aspects of your life. You will also see yourself not reaching your full potential in your business endeavors. You will notice that fear creeps in easier, negative self-talk like, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, there's no way I can do this, and so many other negative sayings are always in your head. And the belief in yourself of making it to the top or getting that next raise just won't happen. Our brain is so powerful, and it is made to do two things: keep us safe and prove us right. If we are always talking negatively to ourselves, then that sadly is what our life will be. Negative. Who wants a negative life? Nobody, right? But the human brain also likes to take shortcuts by conserving energy whenever it can. It also likes to keep us stuck in patterns that don't always benefit us. The brain likes certainty, one of our top human needs. Some certainty is beneficial, but too much of it prevents us from growing. To change your thoughts and change your life, you need to overcome both of these innate human tendencies and shift your way of thinking. What you think about directly influences how you feel and how you behave. So, for example, if you think you're a failure, you'll feel like a failure. Then you'll act like a failure, which reinforces your belief that you must be a failure. This repetitive cycle can be horrible. Can you relate to this? I know that I have been in repetitive negative cycles. Have you ever felt stuck in a negative cycle that you just can't get out of? I would say most of us have, if not all of us. So one of the things that I am most fascinated about is the brain. I love diving in and learning more about thinking and the systems in the brain and how they function. And one system that I absolutely love, and I've done so much research on, and I know it to be true because I've applied changing the system, is the reticular activating system, or it's called the RAS. The RAS is a bundle of nerves at the base of your brain. And it's actually at the base of the brain stem. And its function is to act as a filter between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. It filters the millions of pieces of data that the brain is processing per second. And it only allows what is important and of interest to the conscious mind. So what's important to you into its awareness. Our conscious mind would not be able to cope without this system in place, as it would not be able to compute all the information that surrounds us on a daily basis. It would just be too much noise. And so the RAS is just this amazing system. Our brains are incredibly complex. We can sift through billions of bits of data at any given time. And somehow, so we don't short circuit, we have to organize that information. The reticular activating system helps with that. So this bundle of nerves at the brainstem filters out unnecessary information so the important stuff gets through. So how does it work? Let's consider the following example. So you've decided to buy a new car and you've even chosen the color. It's going to be a bright red sports car. You have made that decision and it is now in your subconscious mind. You have made that decision and it's sitting there, and the next time you're on the road, all you seem to see are red sports cars. As you are driving along, you notice all the red sports cars, and they are beautiful. And you just keep seeing one after the other. Why is that? That's because you are now aware of red sports cars, and it has been filtered through your RAS filter. And this is what is important and of interest to you today. The RAS is filtering out all other colors and types of cars. I'm sure you've had this happen. Or like when you bought a new car and you think that like no one else has that car, and then you start driving down the highway and you see the same car everywhere. That's because it's important to you and it's filtering through your system. Another example is that of pregnant women. So as soon as a woman gets pregnant, she starts to see and be very aware of a lot of other pregnant women out there. They were there before, but until she was pregnant and it was of interest and importance to her, she just wasn't aware of them. So, can we get the reticular activating system to work for us? The answer is yes. So let's say that you've decided you want a new career and you've decided where you want to work and the type of people you'd like to work with and the type of work that you'd like to achieve. You set that intention and you make that your goal. And so that starts to filter through your RAS and then into your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind now lets your conscious reality become aware of all the people, all the opportunities, all the experiences that are of importance to you. All the ideas will suddenly come rushing through of exactly what it is that you want. When you make that conscious decision and that goal and write it down and speak about it, and feel very passionate, you feel very passionate and emotional about it, you start to visualize it and you dream about it. Well, that is how it goes through your RAS filter. It's exactly what you want. And then your subconscious mind will then bring that into your reality. So do you think we can change negative thoughts to positive ones by making the RAS work for you? Yes, you can. But remember, most of our thoughts are negative, right? We have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day. And because and 80% of those are negative, and because we are in this repetitive cycle, 95% of those negative thoughts come over. So it can be challenging at first. It's great if you're always thinking positive thoughts and you've set that intention to be positive. But what happens when it is something you feel negative about? When you say things to yourself like, I'm never on time, I'm stuck in this job and I don't like the people I'm working for. Or have you ever said to yourself, I'm so fat? All of what you are saying, thinking, and feeling will be even more prevalent as it goes through your RAS filter. So the crazy thing is the RAS does not distinguish between what you want and what you don't want. It simply filters out everything else that you are not focusing on. So negative thoughts are filtered through the RAS, and your attention and subconscious mind will continue to focus on these negative thoughts and feelings, drawing more of that into your consciousness and reality. If you are thinking you are fat and talk negatively about your weight, your brain will prove you right. And it will find ways to eat more junk food, fall off of your health plan, stay away from the gym, and continue to help you get fatter. Isn't that nice? Your RAS will find evidence for you whether it is negative or positive. So it's important that we are aware of what we are saying and learn to change what we say to ourselves. When you catch yourself thinking of what you don't want, try to change it to what you do want. It can be as simple as catching that thought and repeating it in the positive. So if it's your weight, you will say something like, I choose healthy food because it fuels my body properly. And your brain's going to start finding healthier food for you. I am beautiful in my body. Your brain, your RES system will start proving reasons why you are beautiful in your body. I am working towards my ideal weight. You will find ways to maybe exercise more or to eat better. Can you see how these changes from negative to a more positive thought can be so beneficial? And pretty soon, your brain is looking for ways to get to your ideal weight when you're talking in a more positive way. One of the best ways to change negative thought patterns is to write them down and then rewrite them in the exact opposite. For example, change I am never on time to I choose to be on time. And change I am stuck in this job and I don't like people I am working for to I am open to new job opportunities and possibilities, and I look for the good and the positive in everyone I work with. The RAS will get to work and focus in on the positive experiences, thoughts, and feelings that you do want. Then the RAS, instead of being the filter being focused on negative experiences and realities, it is switched to looking for and focusing on the positive and uplifting experiences. So whatever we focus on, we get more of. Do you believe that? And whatever our attention goes to, our energy flows to. So that's the science part of it. But in real life, sometimes getting to the positive thoughts can be work. Am I right? Sometimes we feel so stuck, hopeless, or confused in a life situation that we can't find any positive. It's just so hard to find the positive in it. So through my own life experiences and years of coaching, I have had to learn how to get unstuck and out of my negative thought patterns and limiting beliefs. Through years of my own extensive mindset work and personal growth, I have learned some very effective tools, and I want to share those with you today. These tools will help you get into a positive mindset, which will allow you to think more positive thoughts, which will then bring more positivity and abundance in your life. Because what you think about expands. What your focus is, it will grow. And let's not make this a negative thinking lifelong habit. That is one of the reasons that I became a certified positivity practitioner. I truly believe that no matter what experience we are having in our life, even the really, really bad experiences, we can choose to be positive. And when you are positive, not saying it's easy, but when you can find the positive, getting through those experiences is much easier. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is practicing gratitude. So number one, practice gratitude. When we express gratitude and receive the same, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin. They are two crucial neurotransmitters responsible for our emotions, and they make us feel good. They enhance our mood immediately, making us feel happy from the inside. Gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences. It improves their health. It helps them deal with adversity better, and it builds stronger relationships. People who regularly practice gratitude by taking time to notice and reflect upon the things they're thankful for, they actually experience more positive emotions. They feel more alive, they sleep better, they express more compassion and kindness, and even have stronger immune systems. How cool is that? You can build your health by practicing gratitude. I feel like one of the best ways to practice gratitude is to start a gratitude journal. Studies have found that writing down the things you're grateful for can improve your optimism and sense of well-being. A gratitude journal forces us to pay attention to the good things in life we might otherwise take for granted. In that way, we start to become more attuned to the everyday sources of pleasure around us, and the emotional tone of our life can shift in profound ways. When you take the time to focus on the good things in your life, you naturally become more positive and start noticing more positive things instead of negative. By writing down what you are thankful for, it can make you more optimistic because you are choosing to see more of the positivity in your life, giving less power to negative thoughts and emotions. While these positive aspects of your life might be floating around in your subconscious, writing them down makes them more concrete and real. It's been proven that grateful people take better care of themselves, meaning in the long run, they live a healthier, happier life and are therefore able to manage stress in a healthier way. And I don't know about you, but stress is one of those things that I am faced with every single day. We live in a very stressed society, and having a gratitude journal has changed so much for me and really has helped me stay so much more positive. Scientists have found that focusing on feelings of contentment and satisfaction naturally counters stress and leaves you feeling much more grounded and able to deal with whatever life throws at you. Do you have a gratitude journal? Have you noticed anything with it? Any changes? I would love to know if you have. You can drop that in the chat. Okay, number 2, use affirmations. Positive affirmations are short, positive statements that you can repeat regularly to yourself or leave note cards around where you will see them. I like to leave affirmations. I have them on a little Post-it note. I have them in my bathroom. I have them in the mirror in my room. I'll have them on my refrigerator. I also on the mirror in the car, like when you pull it down to open the mirror and look at it, I leave little postcards there with positive affirmations. I feel so strongly about using these. They should be positive, in the present tense, and state something that you want. So keeping them brief makes them easier to remember and repeat. You can try saying something to yourself like, I'm alive and well, or today is going to be a great day. It sounds too simple, right? I'm telling you what, it works. You'd be surprised at how effective this practice can be in creating positive energy. Here are some of the other ones, positive affirmations that you may want to use. I am safe. I am loved. I am open to receiving. The universe works in my favor. God wants me to be happy. I am beautiful. I am smart. Repeating these often will help your brain believe that this is what you are. And then you will start finding things to bring about that reality. So another thing that kind of goes along with positive affirmations is something that I love to do. And I'm sure if you are in public and you see me do this to myself, you might think this is totally weird, but it 100% brings positive feelings to your body and your mind. And that is high-fiving yourself in a mirror when you walk by, at the gym, at the airport, just in your room. Every time you walk by a mirror, I want you to just high-five yourself. So think about when you high-five someone. It creates like that burst of energy. You're like, yes, good job, right? Well, when you give your reflection a high five, your brain automatically gives you that same little thrill that you get when you're doing it for someone else. It tells you you are cheering on the person you're high-fiving. In this case, it's you. I truly believe that your job is to like you first. When you like yourself, you will like and love others differently, and your life will be more positive. Don't you think it's time that you are your biggest cheerleader? Okay, number 3. Remind yourself to focus on the good things, no matter how small they are. So try attaching thought triggers to items you use every day to remind yourself of things that make you happy. For instance, you could change your phone wallpaper to a trigger that will trigger a memory of a certain place or a certain person. You can put a sticker on your water bottle that reminds you of your favorite hobby. You can wear a bracelet that was given to you by your best friend, or even make the password you use every day something that reminds you of something you are grateful for. Little triggers like this can build up over the course of a day and truly make a difference. Number 4, do something nice for someone. So don't wait for someone to inject positivity into your day. Instead, take charge and create a positive moment for someone else. You will likely find that doing nice things for others can lift your spirits and be just as fulfilling as having someone do something for you. It doesn't have to be grand either. Just giving a friendly gesture to someone else as you pass by can make you feel positive. When you do things for other people, you release dopamine, and that creates happiness and it creates happier thoughts. Some other examples can be things like handwritten notes. I love getting handwritten notes in the mail. You know, we live in this society where it's all about text messaging or emails, and to send someone a handwritten note is so thoughtful. Not only when I do it do I feel better, but I know when people receive that, they love it. You can buy someone a drink, like the person that's behind you, you can surprise them when they get up to the front of the line and their drink is already purchased. You can donate time to a food bank. Recently, I was able to do that, and it was so fun knowing that I'm serving my community. I left feeling so accomplished, and I know those people are going to definitely reap the rewards of having food, but I also left feeling so good inside. Another thing you could do is maybe take your neighbor some cookies. All of those things are going to help you switch your thoughts from negative to positive. I love serving from my soul, and I always feel better what I do. Okay, number 4, you want to spend time with positive people. You have heard the saying that you will end up the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves by, right? And sometimes it may be dangerous to make such concrete conclusions about our own character based on who our friends are, but we can still use this as a principle and a guide to create healthier environments for ourselves to harbor positivity. Ask yourself, when you're around the people that you surround yourself with, I want you to ask yourself this question: does this person lift me up and support me? Or do they put me down to make themselves feel better? Sometimes the answer may be harder to discern than you'd imagine, but seek out people who support you and lift you, and then do the same for them. The more you hear positive thoughts and outlooks from those around you, the more likely you are going to have ways that your thinking is going to be impacted, and it's going to be impacted in a positive way. Negativity and positivity have been shown to be contagious. Consider the people with whom you're spending time. Have you noticed how someone in a bad mood can bring you down and almost everyone in a room? Have you ever felt the energy of someone and they walk in and it's almost like they have a rain cloud above their head? Those people can be energy suckers. I like to call them vampires, energy vampires. you feel negativity from them instantly. But the cool thing is when you surround yourself with positive people and you walk into the room and you see that positive person, that affects you in the same way. You feel more positive, and that means you're probably going to do more positive things. So who we surround ourselves with is so important. Okay, the last one, number 5, hire me as a life coach. Learning to change your negative thinking patterns can be difficult, especially if you are struggling with limiting beliefs and fears. For the last 7 years, I have helped clients identify and overcome negative thought patterns and provide strategies for cultivating a more positive outlook on their life. Again, I truly believe when you, no matter what you're dealing with, when you can deal with it in a more positive way, you will have a better positive outlook and you will still be able to do the things that you desire. With a more positive outlook on your life, you will be able to level up in all areas of your life. So, in order to tackle negative thinking patterns, together, we will bring awareness to your thoughts and your behaviors. Once you identify what is sabotaging your life, you can create a strategic plan of action towards positive growth and eradicate negative thought patterns. I want you to know that everything you want is already inside of you. But sometimes you have blind spots and things that you don't recognize that are holding you back. And that is why getting a coach is so important. It was one of the most important things I've ever done in my life. It changed my relationships and it changed the way I did business. With coaching, you don't have to navigate life's challenges on your own. Coaching with me may be a good fit if you want more joy on a daily basis, if you need some accountability, if you need a clear, focused mind, free of negative thoughts and limiting beliefs, and ways to counteract those thoughts when they creep in. You're going to leave with increased confidence and connection in your relationships. You're going to have an improved ability to protect your energy and have boundaries. This is so key to your happiness. You're going to have more confidence and clarity in who you are, what you offer, and what your purpose is. You're going to have freedom from the patterns and cycles that have been keeping you stuck. You're going to see rank ups and job promotions. And you're going to see improved health and wellness. I am excited to share that I have 5 spots that I have just opened for one-to-one coaching in my Life Elevated coaching program. If you are ready to start digging in on your fears and your limiting beliefs and get laser focused on your dreams with an action plan, then I am inviting you to take the leap with me. You are going to be digging in and developing yourself personally, and this will be one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. I want to ask you here and right now, what could happen if you start giving attention to your mindset, your limiting beliefs, and fears with me in the next 60 days? What do you think it could do for your life? So in my Life Elevated coaching program, I have 2 options. It's one-to-one personal coaching with me weekly. Option 1, you work with me weekly for 8 weeks. These are 50-minute sessions, and this is where we get to dig deep into what's holding you back. You're going to leave with action plans and action steps after each session. This is where you're going to get over yourself and start making serious progress in your life. It's the progress you desire, but maybe you just don't know how to do. We can focus on business, health, relationships, any personal area in your life. And in these sessions, be prepared to see growth in yourself, stretching yourself, and so many positive effects it's going to have happen in all aspects of your life. This option is an investment of $2,200. Option 2 is you get weekly 50-minute one-to-one private coaching sessions with me for 8 weeks. You also get the Marco Polo function in between our weekly calls. And I'm going to be available to you Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 in Mountain Standard Time. So if something comes up and you may be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do in this situation, or I'm feeling really down about myself, I can't get out of this negative cycle, or I'm struggling with leading my team, or feeling challenged in a particular relationship, or maybe it's something in your business, I'm going to be right there with you in Marco Polo. And we're going to problem solve, we're going to strategize, and we're going to give you different ways to approach how you are feeling. I can help you with new habits and work with you in between sessions so we can help you level up even faster. We're going to help you bust through old stories and things that you are struggling with. Let me help you with new systems and eyes to see what you are trying to create. And I can guide you to what your brain already knows and what you are already so capable of, but maybe you just don't believe yet. These are strategies I use on myself and help others learn, and I'm going to be able to work with you and create and bring to fruition those dreams you have in your heart. If this is something that interests you, please reach out to me or reply to the email I will be sending. Option 2 is an investment of $2,600. The greatest investment that I ever made in myself was coaching. I was so nervous about investing that money into myself. But I'm telling you what, and I've said this before, it changed everything for me. That is why I will never go without a coach or 2 or 3, because I am an entrepreneur. I run multiple businesses, and I am human, and you are human. And those negative thought processes creep into my brain. And those feelings of feeling stuck and all of the things come to me too. And that is why it is so important to always have a coach. The money that you invest in yourself really is going to come back to you tenfold. That's how passionate I am about coaching. So thank you so much for showing up today. I am so honored that you would be here with me. Hopefully you learned more about your thinking patterns, our brain, the RAS system, how your thoughts affect your life, whether it's negatively or positively. And hopefully you can use some of those tools and they can help impact your life in a better way. I want you to think of your thoughts as a sticky boomerang. What you focus on comes back to you with more strength that it has gathered along the way. So if you send out this boomerang and it's all about anger, fear, negativity, or jealousy, you will invite the same thoughts and actions to appear in your life. But if you send that boomerang out and it's full of love, positive vibes, gratitude, courage, and happy thoughts, you will see these same thoughts and actions come to you stronger, and you will see and feel your life up level in such a big way. Thank you again. I am so honored that you would be here with me today. I am so happy that we get to do these master classes. I hope you have an amazing day. See you guys later.